International Soroptimist Club?
Yes.
Ah,
that's
now
correct.
here's my question. Soroptimist, if I'm not mistaken, is all women.
Yes.
And I like part of the name, optimist. I'm like, ooh, glass half full. But why sir? If it's all women.
You know what?
Shouldn't it be like Madam Optimist?
I'll tell you, it's interesting because the first Soroptimist, it's a coined term, and it just means it's to enhance the lives of women and girls, is what originally everything began with. And it actually was started by a man.
Was it? All right.
It really was. So, and
That's
this
I
was,
had no idea.
Yeah, this was quite a while ago. And in our community here, we actually have 2 Soroptimist clubs. I mean, it's really unique in this community because we're small.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
No,
I mean,
love
we
it.
know we're small.
Right.
And we have so many active service clubs in this community.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal because you know, the service clubs, those are the ones that actually are filling the gaps. They're the ones that are providing the common sense stuff. We don't have our hands tied with things.
Yeah.
And that's how we're able to make huge accomplishments in small ways.
You
we
know,
really do.
You make such a good point that in this town, I mean, it seems like more than any other place I've ever been, there's so many of these service groups and so many people like yourself that take their free time and give back to the community. It's amazing. What do you guys end up doing with the money you raise? Like, where does it typically go? It goes to women and girls?
Well, our club specifically, we go with anything to enhance the lives of women and then youth. We've expanded it to be both boys and girls. And the reason is if you're going to have healthy adults, you have to be addressing issues for the girls and the boys. And you start it young.
I have a good example. Austin Harrington works for us.
Yes.
Got a grant when she was I think young to go to school.
In high school.
From Soroptimist.
In high school.
And look at her now.
Yeah.
I mean, she's yeah. I mean, it really is. It's a perfect example, you know. So.
You know, and we have all kinds of women in our club. Some are working, running their own businesses. Some have small kids and still manage to participate in things. They might not be able to make every one of our meetings, but gosh, they're there in the evenings if we're doing meetings and able to help with like things like that Austin got as far as scholarships and so forth, because they'll be at the meetings in the evening doing all the reading, doing all the evaluating. So everybody can participate, and at the very, very least, everybody can participate by attending events that these hardworking people in all the service clubs are trying to do. I mean, in this town we have an Optimist Club, we have 2 Rotary clubs, we have 2 Kiwanis clubs, and we have 2 Soroptimist organizations. And most of us do a large event. And I'm here to talk about Soroptimist of Tahoe Sierra's Elegant Evening. It's our 29th.
And 100% of the proceeds go right back into the Tahoe community.
Absolutely. They go back into the community and they go back next year. If we only were to clear $500 from our event, then sadly we'll only be spending $500 amongst all our different committees. But if we make $40,000 like we did last year,
no kidding.
Then and then we're able to get that back out into the community the following year.
So when and where is the event?
It is at Harrah's Lake Tahoe. We take over that whole convention center. All those walls come down. It's really fabulous, and it's all elegant. And I say that because sometimes we have men that say, "Oh, I'm not going to anything elegant."
Really?
Hey, you know what? Some people are dressed to the nines. Hit a 6. You know, just don't
hit a 10.
Just don't show up in the cozy Tahoe stuff.
Well, but I think that's what's nice. I mean, I know with my wife sometimes there's just events to go to that I'll put on the suit that you know you wear to funerals, weddings, and then every now and then something nice like this because it means a lot.
You know, it's a nice evening out, and it's going to be on Saturday, April 21st, and it's a whole complete evening. It truly is. Our event starts at 5:30. When you come into the door, we want you to get there on time, and it's hard because I go to St. Teresa's and a bunch of my friends go there Saturday night, so follow Mauricio. It might be a little light that night because we're all trying to get there on time. But we've got, and I'm going to look at my notes because I don't want to miss any of them. But Tahoe Blue
You know what
Vodka,
people do sometimes? Like they try to. Some people will sit there like where you are in that guest seat, and they'll hold them down here and act.
Oh no, I can't
say just take it and read them. I mean, you know, like get the information out there. That's why you're here.
But Tahoe Blue Vodka, Lake Tahoe Ale Works, Double Bond Wines, and Crystal Basin Cellars Those are the first folks you actually see in the venue, and they're providing some samples. And of course, Harris got their bar going and all of that. But we want folks to get there so that they're enjoying kind of a cocktailish hour before. So 5:30 to 7.
Is there some sort of like a raffle or auction?
Oh my gosh, there's so much.
Well, that's how you lube them up for that.
5:30 to 7 o'clock is our beginning of our evening, and then we have a seated dinner. I mean, you know, the nice part about this is
we can do otherwise a standing dinner. Of course, it's seated. I mean,
not all events have food, and you know, as far as a full meal goes,
fair enough.
Not all events have it served to you, and not all events have enough food where you go, oh, I'm really, you know.
No, that's the worst.
satisfied.
Yeah, you go there and you think, and then on the way home you're stopping at McDonald's. That drive-through done it. Which, by the way, that drive-through at McDonald's is the slowest drive-through I think I've ever been through in my life. It got they added an extra lane, and it's 3 times slower.
Haven't been there yet.
Go through. You'll see what. Don't go through.
I got to get my ice cream.
So hey, we got to wrap it up. Last closing things, like where do people get those tickets?
Okay, the big thing is our auction itself is actually an online situation. So if people will go to the easiest thing, and hopefully you can put up graphics, but it's 501auctions.com/Elegant Evening 2018.
Perfect.
Or just Google Soroptimist of Tahoe Sierra, and we come up on top, and you can go through our website. Tickets are $75. They go up after April 1st.
All right, so get them early.
So
and thank you for your service to the community.
And
it's really important.
You need to hand that to the wife. I'm serious.
Okay, just
You're
hand
out
it
of
to her?
town.
I'm
You're
out
out
of town. I'll
of
be in
town. Have her
Norway.
get some girlfriends together at Trey Stone and the Soul Experience live music. It's a wonderful evening. It's complete. All you need to do is get dressed and come.
We'll come back in again and tell us more about it before the event starts.
I would love to. And if you ever want to chat about anything else, let me know.
I do. You're good. You're a good interview. Appreciate you coming in. Seriously, thanks for your community service. It's
You're
important.
welcome.
It makes Tahoe better. We'll take a break. Come back. Talk about the winter weather advisory after this.